So someone threw a 70-inch television onto the subway tracks on the L train just before Bedford Avenue. And I was already heading out into the city, and all L trains are canceled until they remove this gigantic television from the subway tracks. So I am stranded in Williamsburg right now. As many of you know, I previously did a video on Bushwick. Bushwick is also on the L line, and the L line doesn't have too many subways nearby, except for a few points where it kind of crosses with the J train, the M train, and the G train. So right now I'm going to make my way to one of those other trains to get back into the city. So join me for a walk as we're stranded in Williamsburg and have to make our way out via walking. Hello, Yahya. Hello, Trisha. Hello, Malaki. Hello, Shane. Hello, George. Next adventure, indeed we are. On to the next adventure. Hello, Kay. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you here. I'm Ariel. This is Urbanist. And we're going to make our way out of Brooklyn. We're stranded in Brooklyn. Oh, no. How will we get out? I could take a cab. That would be very expensive. But I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, via walking around. So, what would you do in this scenario? Let me know in the comments. How would you get out if you were stranded because the subway isn't working? Hello, Laureen. One more time, Laureen, thank you so much for the nice, amazing contribution. Laureen left a kind contribution. Thank you so much. Williamsburg, not a bad place to be stranded, says Susie. No, oh no, I'm stranded in Williamsburg. There's only like bars and pizza places and good food here. Gaeta says, stay safe, I will. I would take a boat or a taxi. Yeah, we are far away from a boat. So yes, I agree with you. A boat would be nice. I would have to walk towards the ferry, nonetheless. Uber would be good, but Uber is crazy expensive nowadays. So I don't even bother with Uber anymore. Kay says, I wouldn't mind being stranded in Williamsburg. New construction happening here. How far it is where you're heading? I don't know, probably 15 minutes or so to walk to one of the other trains that are not the L train. The L train, someone threw a 70-inch television onto the tracks, and they have to recover the 70-inch television, take them off the tracks. So they're canceling all L trains in the meanwhile. I'm not sure how long it'll take them to recover all those televisions. Susie says, walk the Willie B. Bridge. In my opinion, that's the most boring bridge to walk through. I never liked walking on the Willie B. Bridge. Never been a fan. George says, oh no, Ariel's a refugee now. If there's no other way, I would walk 15 minutes. Yeah, not too bad. It's not too bad. But I decided to go live just so I can have some vicarious company as I'm making my way to another subway. So feel free to ask me any questions. You see, there's crazy amount of traffic too. I'm not sure what's happening on the roadway. Lots and lots of traffic here, everywhere. I used to live in those projects, to be honest, says Susie. How were they? It's interesting seeing lower rise projects here in New York City. Susie says Ariel's in the projects. Well, that's what happens when the L train stops working. A man must go into the projects. Nick and Sons, great bakery nearby. Oh, cool. Thank you so much, Christopher. Hi, dude, throws 70-inch television to the tracks. I have no idea who or why they would throw a new 70-inch television onto the subway tracks. Something happened. It probably is a great story that we will never find out. Maybe it was a man with his girlfriend who decided to buy a 70-inch television on her birthday. And she really just wanted, a nice piece of jewelry and some flowers, but no, he decided to buy a 70-inch television so they can play Fortnite together on PlayStation. And she got so pissed off that she picked up that gigantic 70-inch television using her own two hands and threw it onto the subway track. She was about to throw him too, but that didn't happen. Of course, I'm making up that story. I'm only speculating. Not entirely sure what happened. Let me know, what's your theory? Why is there a 70-inch television on the subway tracks on the L train that now the MTA has to recover? Dindin says, go get the TV and take it home. MTA is beating me to the punch. For people who don't know who the MTA is, the Metropolitan Transit Authority. Elizabeth says, glad I caught this. Funny. Nice to see you here, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. Welcome. I'm stranded in Williamsburg, of all places. How would I ever get out of Williamsburg? These are definitely the projects. I see people hanging out in the bodega. Lorraine says, sorry you got stranded, but happy for us. So, last live stream we went to Bushwick and someone asked, how can you tell if a neighborhood's safe or not? One indicator of maybe not so safe is when you see a lot of people hanging out at the bodega. The bodega is the local corner store, the convenience store. And yeah, usually the neighborhoods are a little bit rougher. You have people hanging out and about on the bodega, doing nothing, kind of chilling. Let's walk through here. Grand, it's a lot nicer in here. New condominiums close to the projects. Nice stabilization, says maximum efficiency. I have very steady hands, maximum efficiency. You can say I'm maximally efficient with my hands and the way I walk to provide excellent stabilized video. Hey, what's up, Canaris from the Grand Canary Islands? Welcome. Everyone slam that like button. I need some emotional support after being stranded in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Who can catch an Uber with this traffic? And then the L train isn't running. So slam that like button. I'm going to need your emotional support because I'm stranded in a nice neighborhood like Williamsburg, surrounded by beautiful coffee shops and bars and nice restaurants. Susie says, I'm walking through your childhood. How fun. Oh, Susie, I'm so glad this is your childhood neighborhood. This is Grand Avenue. Now we're intersecting with Graham Avenue. Of course, if you want to be very proper, people will pronounce it Graham, but the real locals, the New Yorkers that lived here, they call it Graham Avenue. It's also known as Avenue of Puerto Rico. Mustafa gives me a virtual hug. Thank you so much, Mustafa, for the virtual hug. I appreciate that virtual hug. Providing me some emotional support. John, hey, Robert says slamming. I'm slamming. Thank you so much. Is Williamsburg home to some thrift stores? Asked JY. Yes, it is JY. It is home to some thrift stores. The thrift stores are a little bit more concentrated towards North Williamsburg. Right now we're more towards the east part of Williamsburg. Mir says stranded. What do you mean? If I'm stranded, maybe I should just get my eyebrows done. Who wants to get their eyebrows done? Threaded. Let us know. Eyebrows threaded on live video. Maybe a wax, a good wax. So to recap, everyone, someone threw a 70-inch television. I'm not making this up. It's in the subway announcements. Threw a 70-inch television onto the subway tracks around Bedford Avenue on the L train. This television is so bad, it probably hit the third rail, probably caused a big explosion. And now I'm speculating. I'm not sure if it caused any explosion, but nonetheless, television on the tracks. And the MTA, the Metropolitan Transit Authority, now has to recover it from the tracks in order to allow the trains to run again. So the trains right now are not running on the L train. Terrible, because it's rush hour. A lot of people live in Brooklyn, so they're not going to be able to get home. So a lot of people are stranded in Manhattan. I'm stranded here in Williamsburg. So what am I to do? I could take an Uber. It's a crazy amount of traffic, and Ubers are crazy expensive now in New York City. I could try to take a cab. But cabs are very rare to hail here in New York City. Here in Brooklyn specifically. In Manhattan, it's a lot easier. Or I can walk to the next nearest train station that is not the L. That's what I'm doing right now. So let me know, what's your theory? What do you think happened with that television? Someone might have been the new television. Why would someone throw a television onto subway tracks? Let me know what you think. Only in New York, indeed. Indeed, only in New York. Kay says it will only happen in New York. He was tired of watching television, should have been watching Ariel on YouTube. Man, maybe he got frustrated how crappy TV is. He would have been happier if he was seeing urbanists exploring cities. Mustafa, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. Elizabeth says someone was on bath salts. But if someone's taking bath salts, are they really in the condition to even buy a television in the first place? Elizabeth, great theory. I think we're getting warmer. The Curb app works well. Chrissy, yes, I'm glad you recommended that to me when we met. I will be looking into the Curb app. So apparently there's an app that you can now use to hail a New York City taxi. Miss Lob has another theory. This one's a little bit more reasonable. Miss Lob says it was a stolen TV and the cops were on the trail. Yeah, maybe it was a high-speed chase on foot as the man was lugging around a 70-inch television. And he was super quick, too. Ex-Olympian runner who was disgraced from the Olympics ended up going into a life of crime, stealing that 70-inch television from a local Best Buy, and he was running away from the cops. And somehow the cops got to him as he was on the subway platform. He decided to chuck the next platform. He ended up getting the jump, but unfortunately the TV was lost. Maybe that's what happened. I like that theory. An ex-Olympian that was disgraced and let me know what are your theories. Subway tracks and the L train. Maybe we should get some grooming. George has a theory that it was Wendy, and that's why she's not in the live chat. Am I the only ones getting multiple notifications for the video? Yeah, I'm having issues trying to go live on Facebook as well, and unfortunately I tried a few times, so false alarm on the live videos. That dog is very curious, very intelligent dog right here. Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, look at me, like rather strange. Are you guys okay? I can't stand to see you guys locked up inside. You guys want me to break you out? Let me know. Just give me a nod, blink twice if you're being held captive. They're not blinking. I don't think, just not, give me a nod. Oh, he blinked. Blink twice, and I will free you. Very curious. Wow, that dog looks like David Bowie. The two different eyes. I wonder if you could see from that other eye. Okay, vote now. Do you guys want to break out these dogs? They seem to be held captive. Seems to be a dog kidnapping ring here in Williamsburg. And maybe we need to let them free. Let them wander the streets freely. Luckily, no one was harmed recently, says Mr. Medic. Oh, I can't repeat what you said in the comments because that's a bit too graphic, but yeah, that sucks. Yeah, some weird stuff happens on the subway. Weird stuff. On YT, you can see it. Mr. Medic says, save the pups. Dindan says it's a doggy daycare. Maybe that's just a front. Have you ever thought about that? Those dogs look like guilty, like they must have thrown the TV on the tracks themselves, says George. Maybe. Release the hound, says Miss Love. Grand Bakery. And in this bakery, let's see what's in this bakery. In this bakery, there is some shirts. And there's these little dolls. And unfortunately, a taxidermy of B. Griffith says there should be some great views from the Williamsburg Bridge. Oh my God. Only one customer has been so long in this bar that he has turned into a skeleton. What's happening with Brooklyn now? Skeleton, television on the... What happened to New York City? He's waiting on his Tinder date, says Mr. Medica. She never came. He's been waiting there for decades. And she never came. Who wants to get their beard cut? Here, Beard Barberia. Yeah, haircut. Hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for watching. All right, we ran into a fan. Shout out to the guy yelling at me from halfway across the street. Shout out to you, yelling guy. Thank you so much for watching. I think he lives around here. Yahya says I need to get my beard cut. Okay. So what will you do if you were stranded in Williamsburg? What would you do? Let me know, and let us all know in the comments. Because there's a lot of things to do as we keep passing by. We can eat at Chongko, Thai food. Flying Squirrel says I would get some. You would get some Polish food. Oh my God, how I love the pierogies. Oh yeah. Ooh, made a new hoodie. Maybe get a tattoo. Maybe a nice butterfly. Maybe a Chinese symbol. Hey, Christopher. Oh, Christopher, that's why you're giving all the great tips today. You're local. Thank you so much, Christopher, for saying hello, everyone. Shout out to Christopher for saying hello. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Kate would do anything involving food. Just buy a condominium while I'm at it. Since we're already here, maybe we should just buy a condominium. What do you guys think? Susie says, yo, urbanist. Devotee says, I would check out my old apartment on North 11th Street. Ah, that's a good idea. Grand Street stroll looks cool. So more vintage shops. So Grand Street might be a good place for vintage shops. There's another one down there, closed at the moment. Flying Squirrel says I will also find a good pizza place. Ah, that's a great plan. Yahya would go to a hotel. There are some nice hotels in Williamsburg, I must admit. I mean, it's not that dire. Service will probably resume in 30 minutes to an hour. So now we're Yogi Bear, I'm doing well. I got stranded in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, because someone threw a 70-inch television onto the subway tracks. So how come they don't have subway shuttles? Because it's not a big issue. It's not like a full shutdown due to repairs. It's more due to temporary accident. Victoria has a great recommendation. Victoria says, I would get a new identity and start a new life. Wow, Victoria, that is smart. That is smart. Start anew. Williamsburg is now your home. B. Griffith says, by the way, Ariel can also take the M train. Indeed I can. Indeed I can. Machines. This is an arcade and bar combined. Hey, Wilmy. Nice to see you here, Wilmy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Yogi Bear, you can take the bus or the G train if the L's down, says Anthony. Indeed, I can, Anthony. Hey, Swisser, Christine, thank you so much for a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Swisser, for $5. I appreciate you. We can go to Starbucks, you know, since we're stranded. Maybe Starbucks. So we can feel right at home in Manhattan. I see Manhattan in the distance. There we go, my apartment. Think Coffee is on the next block. Christopher. Oh yes, it is. I really do enjoy the Think Coffee. This one's actually really calm. Hey, Christine, thank you so much for the other $5 super chat. I really appreciate you, Christine. Thank you so much for the dual $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Yogi Bear fan says they opened one in my neighborhood, a Starbucks. Oh, do remind us, where is that, Yogi Bear? Can fare, sorta. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that sorts out the fare. Thank you so much. Cab fare. Oh no, don't worry, sister. I'll use that for featuring a bite in the next episodes. Thank you so much. Susie says Ariel knows his way around. Indeed, I do. Indeed, I do. Ariel, what's the difference between Upper East Side and downtown? Upper East Side is in the Upper East Side, and downtown is in downtown. I hope that clears everything up. In all seriousness, the Upper East Side is in uptown Manhattan. It's above 60th Street, which people start considering uptown. And downtown is what people really only refer to as the very tip of Manhattan. It's what people call really downtown, which is the financial district. Yahya says trains are back and running. Yes. So I found here the G train, which I can take and get to where I need to be safely. All right, everyone, that was a fun journey of being stranded in Williamsburg. Luckily, it's not forever. Luckily, I don't need to get a new identity, buy a condominium here that costs $2 million for a bedroom, and start a new life. That is not necessary. I have found the G train, and that's good enough. I'll see you every Wednesdays and Saturdays at 1 p.m. and also on Halloween at 1 p.m. and then later at night around 7 p.m. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in on Urbanist. Keep being awesome, keep being awesome, and always keep on exploring. And if you want to lend your support, go to patreon.com/urbanist for extra videos, including a 360 VR tour of Summit up there and all the Ireland videos. And there's one more Ireland video to be posted as well. Keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a good day, everyone.